Hello, hashtag Health Wealth Life Day 161. All right, give me 4 minutes, give you a little insight. It's more about a conversation today. I'm really really fascinated. So, do we think that we have domesticated the plant life and animal life? You know, so battery farming and the intense farming that's done now is the extreme version of that. So, or Brittany, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. I'll message you later. Pete, good to see you, mate. Long time no see. And Val, hello. Welcome. So, have we domesticated the plants and the animals? Or, here's a thought, and this is a thought about food for you. Have they domesticated us? So, here's the point being that lots of plants have ways of protecting themselves, stinging nettles, for example, from animals or humans from killing them. And other plants, and the same plants even, have ways of attracting. So flowers have nectar and a smell and a colours, and they attract things, animals and insects and us, to either eat them or do something with them in order to survive and grow. Just like humans, we have ways of attracting other people and things into our lives in order for us to grow and flourish. And plants are the same. Now, are they smarter than us? So, let's think. Have we domesticated? We think we're humans, we're top of the food chain, we're the smartest on the planet, and we control everything else. We're controlling how we grow it, where we grow it, how much. But if you think about wheat or grain, it's at a vantage point now of like 650,000 acres. So that's a real strong position, and that could say, hey, we've taken over. And let's think about it. These certain foods are addictive to us, and the food industry knows this. They use this to generate more money and build a good business around it, which is good business sense, but it isn't exactly good health sense. So, is the plant actually domesticating us? Because if we think about hunter-gatherers, we used to take about 17 hours. They estimated 17 hours in a week period. We'd have to do like what was called work. We'd have to do some hunter-gathering. And the rest of the time we can be creative, we can mate, we can spend time with loved ones. We can do things, anything that we want. But then when agriculture came, we actually had to start farming, and the farmers work their butts off. They get up at dawn, they work all night long, they might have to go out through the night to do certain things to make sure their crop delivers, right? So, and they did that to build to grow the plants. Think about it. So, just want to pose this question out there. Just want to put it out there. There's certain foods. So something in milk, for instance, is called an exorphin. There's exorphins in milk, which makes it addictive, makes us want more of it. And there's some foods, man-made foods. Let's talk about, how about I'll just say the slogan, once you pop, you just can't stop. You know which one I'm talking about. And certain foods that we're addicted to. Now, the ingredients of those foods and the plants actually have ways of attracting us back and making us want more of them, and then actually having to grow them. So, are they the smarter ones? Or have we been domesticated? Now, here's the last thing I want to leave you with. So, do you want to be domesticated by food? Do you want to be dominated by food or a food industry? Or do you actually want to feel vital and have freedom and choose direction, change direction if you want at any point? How do we do that? We make wise and intelligent food choices and choices throughout our life. And actually, it goes hand in hand. When we start to make wiser food choices, we actually make smarter choices in our life anyway, and they go together. And vice versa, the opposite of that. So, last point I wanted to leave you with was, do you want to be the one domesticated? So there is no such thing as an essential carb. No such thing as an essential carb. I've said this many times, but there is such a thing as an essential amino acid, here protein. Amino acids are protein. There is such a thing as essential amino acids. There's 9 of them. So, point being, no one ever overindulged and overate on steak, eggs, and Brussels sprouts. Oh, I tell you what, I was watching this film last night, and I just couldn't stop eating. I ate 12 steaks, 95 Brussels sprouts, and 17 eggs. It just doesn't happen, does it? It's because those foods don't have that addictive tendency to them, don't have those addictive ingredients, and will stay healthier from eating them. Actually, you're going to see this more and more, quality proteins, but even more than that, certain fats are going to do you the world of good, and you can't overdose on them. You could get a bit fatter on them if you really overdid it, but you're unlikely to want to. You get full on them and you're satiated, you're satisfied. Alright, so think about it. Do you want to be domesticated by these food choices? Are they going to control you? Or are you going to make your food choices become a hunter-gatherer? Let's talk one last point. Archaeologists, they dig up hunter-gatherers, they dig up farmers. The bones let's talk about the bones, the health of the bones. Hunter-gatherers, hard, strong, quality bone quality when they dig them up, even after years of being in the ground. Farmers, they're falling apart. That's a fact. They're falling apart. And that's because they worked so hard, too much, too hard, like we do nowadays. And that farming, agricultural mindset has gone into our everyday lives, particularly in the Western world. And we grind, we're up and we're grinding all day long. And it's not the healthiest way to be. So the farmer's bones falling apart, brittle. And they obviously didn't have enough certain food sources and too much of other food sources that didn't give them health and vitality. So when we talk about grains, if you want to grow a community, grow a society, they talk about civilization, you need a lot of grains in order to feed the population, but you also get a lot of negatives alongside with those the grains. So you get diabetes and you get obesity and all the health issues that come along with too much grain. So is there a balance, and should we err more towards the side of the hunter-gatherer? I absolutely suggest that you should. Or you can be domesticated by these plants. The choice is yours. All right, I'll leave that with you. Have an amazing rest of the day. Let this ring around and think about this in your head. Are you domesticated by the plants? Once you pop, you can't stop? Or are you actually going back to be a hunter-gatherer and get the food sources that leave you vital and energetic? All right, you know that happy is a skill that you can learn. And actually, going back to being a hunter-gatherer, getting quality fats and good proteins and certain carbohydrates at certain proportions, at certain times, is a better way to bring out your personal best. It really is. So let's go get some health wealth. Let's take the world with us. And one last point, I'm opening a private Facebook group. It's going to be £1 a month, and I guarantee you I will over-deliver on that £1. You'll get special offers on certain products that are health promoting, vitality promoting. I'll have interviews with experts, and I'll be doing some private videos and webinars and giving some in-depth information about solving some issues and getting them handled and having you feeling more vital, more energetic. So if you're interested even in joining that group, type private group and we'll get the information out to you ASAP. That's coming in the next few weeks. All right, share this, press the share button. Hanadeep, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Press the share button because sharing is caring, and let's get this message out. I think it's an important one. Let's have a conversation. Any questions, pop them in. And do me one last thing, just type a summary of what you got out of this video. I'd really appreciate it. See you tomorrow at 6 PM. Have a great rest of the day.